Welcome back to another episode of Crystal Hook Fishing. Today we are going to try to go scalloping, and we are definitely going to go spearfish offshore. I haven't been spearfishing or diving in over a month, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to get into it.
Everything alright, but you're in my life. I need some freedom. I need some freedom. Let me go, please. Let me go, please. I know you'll think it's impossible. I know you'll think it's impossible.
Welcome back underwater, everybody. So, on this day, it had been a really long time since I had actually dove. So we went over to the tanks, started off with the shallow tanks because it's pretty easy. So on the first tank, I go under, looking for gags, and I actually see a massive snapper on the other end. You can't really see it with the GoPro, but I sit here and line up my shot pretty carefully, and I shoot it. This snapper actually had a massive part of its stomach taken out. I think it was like attacked by a shark or a Goliath and was hiding under the tank, and I just happened to drop down on it and found it there. But the name of the game of the tanks is to be able to get that fish out of the tank. Good snapper for the boat. Gotta brain and bleed him as always. Good practice, but you can kind of see his stomach is messed up right there. Next dive, go back down on the same tank, and this time I'm shooting the inside with my little wooden gun that I've made for doing these tanks. And I look at all these snapper, and I wait too long to pick which one I want to shoot. And they all kind of hide. And by the time I know which one I want and take my shot, he's way back in there, and I miss. But yeah, with these tanks, you really want to take your shot quick because there's all sorts of places they can go in back there and you can't really follow them. So you gotta, pick your fish and take the shot and then wrench them out as quickly as possible so they don't get back in there and get your shaft stuck. So this next sequence is pretty cool. This is actually Will's perspective, and basically the fish that gets shot does not get landed. But Will and Matt are on the bottom. Matt comes up on a grouper and shoots it, swims down into that pipe, and I'm coming up behind them so I can kind of see that these shot a fish. I go and I swim over the pipe. This is my perspective now. Swim back to the other end, and then I brain the grouper and feed it back through on the other side. Now, Will and Matt are on the surface, and Matt starts pulling this fish up, and as he's pulling this fish up, Will, this is Will's perspective, sees this Goliath come from under. Pretty cool, right? I start freaking out because I think it's sick. Takes the shaft and the line. Everything straight down.
You gotta pay attention, dude.
On this next dive, I go down looking for snapper, and I kind of notice something swimming along at the corner of my eye. So I swim a little bit towards this pipe, and I see a fish swim behind it and out the other side, and I see it's a cobia. So I shoot it in the head, kind of a bad shot because it didn't hit it in the gill plate, it went through its mouth. I head to the surface while I give it line, so I can get a backup shot.
Cobia!
So I call for a backup shot, they swim over, I'm kind of playing it light. And finally Matt and Will get there, and Matt just kind of looks at it and doesn't shoot it. I try to signal at him to shoot it, and Will finally goes down and gets a backup shot in its head. Because my shaft was like barely in its mouth.
The shaft was barely in. I kept trying to get you to shoot it, but you wouldn't shoot it. Alright, let's get him up before Goliath eats him.
So this fish ended up being barely legal, but good cobia meat. I want to get myself a big one of these days. Brain him and bleed him. Good fish. This next dive, I'm back on the tanks. This is a different tank than last time, and this time I'm quick with it. I go in, I see the fish that I want to shoot, I plug him as quick as possible. Get the stone shot, then I can kind of calmly pull him back out. And then I head to the surface to brain him and bleed him. And now I'm on the pipes for one of the last dives of the day, and I see a cobia from the surface. Kind of rush my shot and miss, and that's the last shot of the day, and then I go scalloping.
Not a many of
Alright, we got like 30 scallops, a bunch of fish. We're gonna go cook it up now. Yummy scallops.
Are you what?
I'm talking about the BC wasn't inflating. This is why.
Alright, finished product. We have the racks. We have a skin on cobia fillet, a skin off cobia fillet. We've got belly meat, fatty parts of the cobia from the belly for sashimi, and we have snapper fillets. We're gonna get grilling, get cooking all this up.
I'd make a blend of olive oil, some herbs, and breadcrumbs, but I didn't have time to do that. So this is just breadcrumbs, a little dab of butter, and gochujang sauce, which is
Right
like
here.
Korean. Yeah, it's like the
Little spicy
all-purpose sauce
sauce.
that's in everything Korean. It's delicious.
Those look awesome. Into the oven.
Into the oven for like 10 minutes.
Nice. Alright, dish number 2, cobia ceviche. We took some strips of cobia, cubed it up. Garlic ceviche salad.
What do you think?
Got scallops
Yeah,
coming
perfect. Take
out
them out
right now.
Take them out. Oh, yeah.
And dish number 3, snapper, marinated in pickle juice. Gonna panko it up, fry it, make some snapper nuggets.
You know where that one?
Scallop.
Like Wendy's.
No, that's where's the meat?
Yeah, they would have.
Ceviche time. It's empty. Got the whole spread, appetizer, main event, blackened cobia, and you got the snapper nuggets.
Oh my gosh, I tried
Cobia sashimi.
to, I was gonna buy, I wanted to get, Rose Cuervo, thing.